Ranger Suarez is on an entirely different level of elite to start the 2024 season, and is currently on pace to finish in the top 5 in Cy Young voting in the National League. He has taken the rest of the league by storm, boasting a 9-0 record with a 1.36 ERA to start the season. I will get into more of his stats later in the video, but there is a question on everyone's mind. Is Ranger Suarez the best pitcher in baseball right now? If you like videos on the Phillies or any of the sports teams in Philadelphia, consider subscribing as I cover all things Philly sports here on the channel. Now let's start talking Ranger Suarez. As I previously mentioned, Suarez has an earned run average of 1.36, which is currently second in the league to Cubs rookie Shota Imanaga, though Suarez has 13 more innings pitched than him. He leads the league in WHIP with an insane 0.79. He's the first pitcher in Major League Baseball to start 9-0 with an ERA that low in 58 years. He's the first pitcher in Phillies history to do this since Grover Cleveland Alexander accomplished this feat over 100 years ago. To be doing what he is doing in the modern era of baseball is unheard of, and he isn't showing any signs of slowing down. Suarez has always been very underrated. He has been my favorite player ever since returning to the majors in 2021 and began in the bullpen, thriving ever since. He's putting up historic numbers this year, yet it seems like he isn't getting talked about enough, and is still not on the same level as fellow teammates Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola. Suarez's success is not coming out of nowhere. He has dominated time and time again in this league. First, we look back to 2021. Before 2021, Suarez had less than 70 career innings pitched and didn't have a lot of promise as a future starter for a Phillies team trying to get back into the playoffs. He began in the bullpen that summer and didn't disappoint. After notching 4 saves and helping the Phillies win a lot of late games as the closer, he was moved back into the starting rotation and picked up right where he left off. He finished 2021 with a 1.36 ERA and an opponent's batting average under 200. This was in 106 innings, obviously not the largest sample size, but over 30 more innings than he has pitched before in his career. He had solid years in both 2022 and 2023, pitching 125 innings or more in both, but his real success in those years came in the postseason. In those 2 postseasons, Ranger Suarez is 3-1 with an ERA of 1.62, 32 strikeouts, and 1 save, that save being the one to send the Phillies to the World Series in 2022. He dominated in the playoffs in 2023, which gave Phillies fans a lot of optimism heading into the 2024 season. To start 2024, Ranger is making history. If he continues to pitch like this, we are potentially watching one of the greatest seasons by a starting pitcher of all time. That is crazy to think about, but with Suarez, it doesn't seem that crazy. He's got ice in his veins, has pitched in a long relief role, a setup man, a closer, and a starting pitcher. He has been through it all and has dominated in each spot he was placed in. Because of all these aspects to his game, he makes a strong argument for the best pitcher in baseball right now. I understand that Shota Imanaga has had a really good year this season, but he doesn't have the track record like Suarez does. There are a lot of elite pitchers in the league, but there's something about Suarez that makes him feel different. He makes his next start Sunday in Colorado, testing him with that high altitude. I know that the Rockies are bad, but if he goes into Coors Field and shoves, then people better start hopping on the Ranger Suarez hype train. We are hopefully watching history in the making, and I hope he can keep a strong start going. He should very well be in the race for Cy Young at the end of the season. All he has to do is remain reliable for the Phillies and keep racking in these strong starts. Let me know down in the comments who you think the best pitcher in baseball is right now. Do you think Suarez can keep up his hot start, or will he come back down to earth pretty soon? I don't think he is close to stopping yet. Make sure to like the video if you want to see more Phillies and Ranger Suarez content, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the Phillies and all things Philly sports. My focus on the channel will be the Phillies now that the other 3 teams finish their seasons, but I'll make some off-season content for them as well. Thanks for watching, catch you on the next one.